Hi there, this is Alistair Ingram from SaxLessons.com. Welcome to lesson number 5. And today we're going to be talking about reading music and exactly how to do that. So, here we go. Okay, I'm going to use this book for purposes of my demonstration. I happen to really like this book. I think it's one of the best method books you can get for learning how to play the saxophone. It's the Rubank Elementary Method for Saxophone, and all saxophones, it doesn't matter whether they're E flat or B flat, tenor or alto, it all works the same. So, we're going to turn to page 1. Now, some of the basics you're going to need to know are these things right here. Now, we're going to start with this assortment of lines and spaces here is called a staff. This line right here is called a bar line, and the space between two bar lines is called a measure, or sometimes it's called a bar. When you see this double bar, that means you've reached the end of the piece. This is the treble clef, and that's pretty much all you need to know for right now. Now here is the time signature. Expressed in numbers, it's 4/4. 4/4 time is so common that they just decided to abbreviate it with the word common, and C stands for common. Common time is 4/4 time. Now, the top number tells you how many beats are in each measure, and the bottom number tells you what kind of note gets one of those beats. So what you should probably think about doing is put a 1 on top of the bottom number. A 1/4 will give you the fraction. If you say 1/4 or a quarter, that will tell you that the 4 means there's 4 quarter notes in each measure. Okay, here's another bar line. Now here's a whole note. It looks exactly like that. For every note, there is an equal and corresponding rest with equal value. And here we go, that's the whole rest. That looks very similar to the half rest, except this whole rest hangs down from the D line, just like that. And that gets 4 counts, as does the whole note. Okay, the first thing is every line and every space in the staff has a note assigned to it. And that note has a letter name assigned to it. And we use a little phrase to remind us of what the names of the notes are. So on the lines, the notes on the lines, if you remember the phrase, every good boy does fine, the first letter of each of those words tells you what the name of the note is on the lines from the bottom to the top. So the first line here would be E, second line G, third line B, fourth line D, top line is F. Okay? Every good boy does fine. And then the spaces spell face. The first space down here is F, second space is A, third space is C, fourth space is E. And if you put those all together, you get what I call the musical alphabet starting on E. And as you're going upwards in pitch, you're going forwards in the alphabet. As you're going downwards in pitch, you're going backwards in the alphabet. That's an important thing to learn or to be aware of. It sounds like a real no-brainer, but it will really pay off if you keep that in mind when you're first learning how to read music. So it goes E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and upwards, and just like that in alphabetical order, forwards in the alphabet. And as you're going down in pitch, you go backwards all the way down. It just keeps on going backwards until you reach the range of your instrument. So the two things that you need to consider learning how to read music is the pitch of the note and the rhythm of the note, or the duration of the note. So the pitch is determined by the note's placement in the staff. A note on the E line is going to be a low note, another E an octave above, which is going to be higher in pitch. And the rhythm of the note is determined by the appearance of the note. This is a whole note, there's nothing else that looks like a whole note, and that gets 4 counts because we're in 4/4 time, common time. And then they want you to rest for 4 beats, play for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats, play, and etc. like that. Next line, they do the same thing with the A, and that's fingered with fingers 1 and 2. Play that for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats, play, rest, play, rest, play, rest. Then they start getting, varying the notes a little bit. And when you go all the way down, it takes you down to here, and they start skipping around on you a little bit. So, half notes look like this. They look very similar to the whole note, except they have a stem on them. And it does not matter which way the stem is going. That's just to keep things neat. So half notes get 2 beats each, and when you're playing half notes first, don't forget to articulate every note. You don't start slurring until way later in this book. So for now, every note starts with an articulation with your tongue, ta, ta, ta. Here's what a half rest looks like. It sticks up from the B line, and that gets 2 counts. Logic would dictate that if this is 2 counts, then this has to be 2 counts because we're in 4/4 time. So play that C for 2 beats, rest for 2 beats, play the B for 2 beats, rest for 2 beats, A for 2 beats, and on, etc., etc. So then they take you down the page. Then for the second page, or lesson number 3, they just concentrate on extending the range, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. What I wanted to point out was quarter notes. This is what a quarter note looks like. They get 1 beat each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Every measure will take up 4 beats, regardless of whether they're notes or rests. Every measure will have 4 beats in it. Okay, there you have it, folks. A little primer, a little beginning instruction on how to read music. Yeah, so good luck to you. Please refer to www.saxlessons.com for more. Okay, see you on the next one.